The birth of Rabbi Akiba. In the town of Gennesareth, which was also known as Tiberias in honor of the evil Roman emperor, in the district of Galilee, a sage of the sages was born during the time Ananias served as high priest and the wicked Herod usurped the throne. Though he was remembered as the mightiest of the mighty scholars, he was not born having the knowledge of the Torah or even the recognition of the sacred Aleph Beth. He had no teacher, for he was a poor shepherd, like our righteous father Jacob. Through hardship, through toil, through failure, and through defeat, this mighty man rose higher than anyone prior to him, and still with his power and his knowledge, he could not stop the destruction of the Holy Temple. His name was a name of renown throughout all Israel. His name was Akiba ben Yosef Hanatzari. I was one who sat at his feet listening to Rabbi Akiba expound the secrets of the Torah. In my insolence, I committed to paper what has always been transmitted by a whisper. My name is Batania ben Masha, the grand scribe of the yeshiva at Lod. Now, I entrust to you what I have received from those who came before me. When Akiba ben Yosef was born on the first Sabbath in the 8th month of Keshvan, on the night of his birth, the moon became red as blood. His mother said, "Two ominous signs have the heavens revealed on this day. This child shall be destined for hardship. His name shall be Akiba, since he was born in Akirab, the sign of Scorpio." His father said, "Woman, don't look so sad. This sign is not only for your son, but for all of Israel. For the heavens declare judgment against Israel. Yet you, my son, shall put enmity between Israel and the Gentiles. You, Akiba, shall bruise their head, and they shall bruise your heel, Akib." And so sometime later, the child was presented to the temple in Yerushalayim as written in the book of Moshe. Since his father was poor, he had no money to redeem his son. He presented Akiba before the priest and said, "I have come with my firstborn son to redeem him as Moshe prescribed, but I am poor, and I have not the money required to redeem his life." Bilga the priest answered harshly and said, "What is that to me? You know the law. Your son must be my servant, since you could not redeem him." Yosef replied, "My lord, I am willing that my son shall become your servant in the temple of God all the days of his life." Bilga then told him, "Very well. What is your son's name?" Yosef said, "His name is Akiba." Then Bilga asked, "What day and what month was he born?" Yosef replied, "He was born on the night of the first Sabbath of Keshvan." When they heard this, all the priests began to murmur. When they examined the child, the priests found a bald spot the size of an olive on his head, and they clamored. Bilga gave the child back to Yosef and said, "How dare you bring a blemished offering before the altar of God? This child is not fit to serve in the temple. He is destined for poverty and ignorance. Away with him, and you shall be punished for this crime." Bilga washed his hands and called the temple guards. Yosef cried out, "My lord, if I had sinned, then let me have my just reward, but the child was born just yesterday. He has neither known sin nor folly." Another priest named Abiah felt pity for Yosef and examined Akiba again. He looked at the head and saw a bald spot the size of an olive in the shape of an ayin. Then he looked at his feet and saw a teth on his right ankle and a pei on his left ankle. When he examined the child's hands, he saw a yod on his right hand and a he on his left hand. He saw a mim on the child's belly, an aleph over the child's heart, and a shin on the child's forehead. Abiah the priest smiled and exclaimed, "Yosef, do not despair. This child shall live. For though he was born under an ominous sign, he is sealed with the holy letters and shall be great. Though his beginnings shall be small, great shall be his latter days. He shall live as the people of the land until half his days are gone. But after he has mastered the 3 books, all of Israel will call him our teacher." Bilga approached and said, "What do you and I have in common, Abiah? Now is not your time, and I have already pronounced judgment." Abiah answered, "Bilga, your pride will be your downfall. It is not right to destroy the Lord's sheep. Punish the father if you must, but let the child live." Bilga pointed to Yosef and said, "If you say so, then he is Nedui. I do release, discharge, and divorce you to be on your own, so that you are permitted and have authority over yourself to go and worship any god you desire." Bilga then hit the bottom of his staff on the ground, which broke in half. Thus, Yosef was excommunicated, and young Akiba grew up not learning how to read or write.